How about that then, young brother? Good as new if you ask me. Hang on, something's not right. I can still smell monsters about. Argot, preserve us. Look, everyone, over there. Haha, you'll never hit us from down there, pathetic humans. Those are my soldiers, because those are steel broadswords. Darn it all. What do we do? What do we do? Two more coffins. Haha, not so tough now, are you? You don't stand a chance against the almighty Air Force. They're here already, but our preparations, we're not ready for another battle. Speak for yourself, I was born ready. Come on, Tran, let's get him. I would assume if I built the ballista at the right height, I could do this. Ah. Phew, it took some doing, but we got them in the end. That flying trick is nasty. What else did you expect from the Air Force? We shall have to rethink our defenses. They flew right over our citizens, not to mention the Great Gate. It was hard enough just hitting them. We need a strategy to handle them if they attack en masse. When you talk of defenses and strategy at a time like this, what are those two poor soldiers in front of the castle? Well, they wouldn't let me carry, only let me talk. Huh? What's gotten to her? Oh, Tran, these poor souls. I well understand how hard this is for you, Esther. None of us wish to witness death. But we are at war. People will die. These men were prepared to pay the price for what they believed in. We all are. They're dead. They're never coming back. I don't want to die. We have to win, no matter what. Tran, if it isn't too much trouble, would you be so kind as to give these men a proper burial like you did for those in Munahan? We must learn from this tragedy. Let's add to our strength so that when the Air Force return, we are ready for them. Vengeance will be ours. Yep. Warwick, are you the traitor? You're one whose quests I have to do. What was that? It seems we'll be up against the Air Force next. I do hope we can find a way to defend against their flying squadrons before it's too late. We have lost too many good soldiers already. Have we? I'm gonna do a checklist later. I don't think we have. I think those are just regular NPCs to spawn for this occasion. I don't know. They may have even been my NPC models for people currently in my army. Watch out, Tran. Probably ain't even noticed me before. What with me not introduce myself or nothing, but we've noticed you alright. Since we met you, we've realized that the children of Hargon are a lot of rotters. We want to help you out in whatever way we can. That rotten Air Force robbed us of 2 good soldiers, right? So we were thinking, maybe we could make ourselves useful by learning how to fight, especially if Vanessa trained us. But she's so fierce looking, I can't hardly muster up the courage to say hello, let alone ask her for help. You and her are mates, yeah? Do us a favor, Tran, and ask her to train us up, will ya? Sure. Will you guys also follow on the battlefield? Hello, Tran. You're looking as cheery as ever. Even among the horrors of war, you managed to keep a smile on your face. Well, what is it? What? The townspeople want me to train them into soldiers? Strange that they didn't ask me themselves. Well, I would gladly instruct anyone who's willing to join the war effort, but... Get in! Thanks for asking her, Tran. And thanks for agreeing to train us, Alyssa. You ain't gonna regret it. Or just yet. I expect you to train as though your lives depend on it. One day, they jolly might. Let's begin with 100 laps on the castle grounds. This may take some time, Tran. In the meantime, I suggest you see to the other townspeople. They may have requests of their own. Recent events have served as a stark reminder of the mercilessness of the monster's forces and the true horror of death. I will not give in to this darkness. I will escape this bloody fate. Ulrich lost his whole family to the monsters. His parents, his brothers, his sisters, all slain mercilessly. It's little wonder that he's keener than any of us to end this war. He hates death with a passion. Sorry if I sound funny. I think I ate something and it scratched the inside of my mouth, so now I can't really speak too well. But the show must go on. Tran, if we hope to survive, let alone defeat them, then we must add to our strength. Will you ring the builder's bell one more time? We hear that perfect peal, a will to build awakens in all of us, and brings with it a flash of inspiration that we could sorely use to win ourselves more powerful magical weapons. Should a bell responds to the gratitude of your fellow townsfolk, yes? If you haven't the power just yet, be sure to ask the people if they have any unrequited needs. Jolly good show, Tran. Ringing that bell didn't just inspire the townspeople, it rallied new troops to our cause too. Am I not concerned that there might be a spy among their numbers? That's certainly a possibility, but the last thing we need is to start doubting each other. We have enough enemies as it is, without making enemies of ourselves. Who, oh who, is your enemy? Is it NAU, or is it enemy? Who should we trust? Who should we hate? Find out we must before it's too late. Great, thanks. Anyway, if there's one person I trust, it's you, Tran. I do hope you feel you can trust me too. I have little doubt who our next enemy will be, the abominable Air Force. We must find a way to defeat them before... Well, yes, before it's too late. Amazing. We may have beaten the first of Hargon's heroes, but 2 still remain. We must begin preparations to battle the Air Force immediately. We cannot be complacent. Both our army and our defenses must be reinforced, and we must discover our enemy's weakness. Ah, Tran, the thought of those 2 noble warriors that gave their lives in heroic battle against the Air Force is too tragic to bear. To die is the fate of all who live. Just as all who live are doomed to eventually grow hungry. Just listen to my rumbling stomach. Why do people need to eat? We hunger day and night. Life is oh so bittersweet when you really need a bite. Which brings me to my request, dear Tran. I think it's about time we upgraded our cooking arrangements. You already built a castle kitchen, yes? Well, I think it needs a big table to eat at. You could put a crock pot and some crockery on the table. It would no longer be a mere kitchen, it would be a castle cafeteria. Our population grows and there's more mouths to feed, but our wise builder knows just what our kitchen needs. You kindly build a castle cafeteria. My rumbling stomach grows ever louder, Tran. Surely you haven't forgotten what you need to do to build a new castle cafeteria, have you? Yes. But first you need to place a big table in the castle kitchen you built earlier. Then you have merely to pop a crock pot and some crockery on top, and voila. A big table, pot, crockery. Sure. Big table. Didn't ask for a chest, but alright. Crockery. Soldier's stew. Meat. Now, what I didn't notice before is that the cooking icon will still appear on things that are viable combinations. So you can't just add anything. And then we need to add water. Help myself to these while we wait. I already have a big table in here, or is that not a big table? That's a big table, not... Yeah, that's a big table. Let's take a look. What does the cafeteria do for me? This is a place cook ingredients in the chest. So, oh yeah, I'd rather have the mushroom cook room. Well, there's no reason I couldn't have both. Here, I need the well and the chest out. Let's see here, I need a well. Bonfire, iron ingots. that's done. Well, would you look at that? You took a plain and functional kitchen and turned it into a beautiful castle cafeteria that really whets the appetite. So that the townspeople will be inspired to use any ingredients they find in the chest to make all sorts of delicious foodstuffs. Of course, I myself would never dream of doing such a thing. It would be a mortal sin, strictly prescribed by Almighty Hargan. Speaking of Hargan, do you think it's true that one of his spies has infiltrated the castle? I hear fevered whisperings of treason and treachery, but what real harm has actually been done? If there's a traitor in our midst, they're not the most efficient fellow. What if they are merely biding their time until one day? Oh, my mind runs wild with the possibilities. Any one of us could be the spy. What if it were Warwick? He's so noble and upstanding, almost suspiciously so. Or Zara? There's something curiously unassuming about her. And what of Lord Jeremiah? He might be a double agent, turned by the monsters during his time among them. What? It could be me. Don't be ridiculous. I may be a devout disciple of the children of Hargan, but espionage is not one of my many talents. I finished my training. Normally I would have them do another 1,000 laps of castle walls, but it wouldn't do for them to keel over dead before they have had a chance to prove themselves in battle. Hold on, I feel different. Townspeople turn into soldiers. Get in, now I can fight like Nessa and Malroth do. They would take Malroth as their role model. Your friend is strong, but he is no soldier. His recklessness is a hazard to all around him, allies and enemies both. You say he means no malice by it, that he may have a bad temper but he has a good heart? I understand your desire to defend your friend, Tran, but I have an army to lead. Malroth's mayhem is a distraction at best, at worst a threat. I sense something about that man. Whatever drives him to these excesses, I only hope that it does not bring calamity to Moonbrook. This place was already a calamity before we got here. One, two, three, there you are. 4. I hope you'll still make food for us. Okay, last guy, Jeremiah. I'm astonished at the repairs you've made to Moonbrook Castle. The power of a skilled builder is truly a wonder to behold. That being said, I'm certain you can make our home even greater. There's no need to be modest, boy. I know you have it in you. We want our soldiers to have every advantage in the battles to come. We must provide them with a well-stocked armory. All the rooms need is chests, 2 barricades, and 4 pieces of ornamental equipment of some description or another. Our soldiers need every possible edge over the enemy if they're going to emerge from this war alive. That's why you must build them an armory. All you need to do is put a chest and a pair of barricades in the same room as 4 pieces of ornamental equipment. I already have that. Ornamental swords or ornamental armor would fit the bill perfectly. Then our fighting men and women will be able to kit themselves out with the finest equipment on hand. That should pretty much do it. Capital work, Tran. You built us an armory. What a fine young man you are. Now you need to hand out new swords to our soldiers one by one. You need but put them in the chest and everyone can equip themselves. This way, our army can quickly take advantage of all your advancements in armaments, providing you keep the chest and the armory well stocked. Speaking of warfare, Tran, I know that builders are not born warriors. Do you not find the frenetic chaos of battle trying? Were I a builder, I would want to stay far from the fray. I'd stand atop my walls and launch projectiles at my foes, even those in the air. An inviting prospect, is it not? Think upon this idea, young builder, and be inspired. Boombah. Oh, boombaws, you say? That's a fine idea, if ever I heard one. I imagine you'd be needing some rock bomb shards to make them. You can take those from the rock bombs that loiter around the docks, where the Air Force moored their ship. You can use those boom balls just as I described them. Something find a pleasant spot on the castle wall and rain destruction down on your enemies. Just be sure to build as many as you need before battle begins. The castle's defenses are stronger than ever now. No, we haven't really done anything. And we're recruiting new soldiers by the day. Our preparations to defeat Hargon's army proceed apace. I fear that some of our new recruits might need a little more combat training. I was wondering if you could build us a room to do our drills. We need plenty of arms and targets to practice with. I would say 2 sets of ornamental spears, 4 target dummies, and 4 wooden fortifications should be enough. I don't mind where you build a new training room, so long as it gets built sooner rather than later. Gosh, this training room is fantastic, even better than I imagined. Thank you so much, Tran. Now that we have somewhere to train, our soldiers can practice day and night until they're strong enough and skilled enough to go toe-to-toe with the fiercest of foes. That is, if the spy doesn't get to us first. Not this spy nonsense again. Are you still going on about that? It isn't nonsense. The other night, I thought I saw a monster inside the castle. What if one of our allies is really a monster in disguise? That's not all. I found some marks on the castle wall that looked as if someone was trying to tunnel through from the inside. Either there is a monster in the castle or someone's working for them. I'm sure of it. So what? I don't care what they get up to in their spare time. It's what they do on the battlefield that counts. I'm not going to start second-guessing my fellow fighters. You think so too, right, Tran? One down, 2 to go. It's the Air Force up next, right? Those flapping freaks aren't going to know what hit them. Time grows short, Tran. You and Anessa must begin work on another magic weapon to help defeat the Air Force. Indeed, the fiends fly right over our current defenses. We have to identify their weakness and modify our fortifications to take advantage of it. But before that, let us begin by laying out another blueprint to expand upon our current system of walls and traps. We can add whatever invention we come up with to handle the Air Force later. Be sure to leave space for it when laying out your design.
Yep.
Anti-Air Force Fortifications Blueprint. I wonder if I could get my magic pencil to be a part of this. You're finished already? Goodness me, it's enormous. You certainly don't waste any time, do you, Tran? The locations marked with question marks are for your new anti-Air Force device, yes? Just like when you left space for the scissors snares last time. What a blueprint, what a plan. But our foe is strong indeed. I shall give what aid I can. I think I have a lead. A lead, Ask him what he means by that, would you, Tran? I don't think I could survive another second and listen to his caterwauling. Townspeople and I will start work on a blueprint as soon as you prepare us a chest well stocked with pieces of castle wall and any other sundries we'll need. Of course, we won't be able to finish it off until you've invented the magic weaponry to fill in the blanks. So go, Tran, and discover our enemy's weakness. We won't be able to finish the blueprint until we have the right magic weaponry, so get out there and figure out the enemy's weakness. We cannot be complacent. Both our army and our defenses must be reinforced, and we must discover our enemy's weakness. I've traveled to every corner of this island, bringing my blessing of song to every far-flung region and picking up a lot of incredibly useful information along the way. We should learn more about their Air Force, yes? Well, their camp lies through a valley south of Moonahan, deep within a poisonous swamp. Perhaps you should pay them a call. Come then, we can infiltrate the enemy forces by making use of the Mod Rod, just as we did before. Our heroes depart for the enemy fort, and the poison swamp's heart their poor plans to thwart. Best of luck. Before you go, please be sure to place all the materials we need to complete the blueprint in the chest. I'd hate for us to have to down tools while you're away. Something stinks. There's a beautiful stinking swamp through here. It's a great place to rest and relax and enjoy the fetid aroma. Or at least it used to be. Now it's full of squawking, nattering bird monsters. Ugh, I can't stand it. A little too large. I don't like the look of it. Are these monsters? I don't think they count as monsters. Gree! Really, human. If you think you can take on the mighty Air Force, you must have a death wish, and that's the one we'd be happy to grant. Everyone attack! Last, they've seen us. Fall back. If we're ever to find out the secret to defeating these monsters, we must take care not to be spotted. Use the mod rod to transform us into monsters. The Fiend won't know the difference. We'll have to run to the place. That works. Whoops. You never joined the Air Force the way you are now. Come back when you've grown a pair of wings. I'm really inquisitive right now. I just can't get enough of seeing people they screw up and confuse them. Cock-a-doodle-doo, welcome to the Air Force Base. I think we have to set up camp by this horrible poison swamp. If we don't move on Moonbrook soon, I might have a moonlight fit. What are you doing here? You can't even fly. I'm going to take the sword over to Moonbrook Castle and really clip those humans' wings. Air Force is clearly the strongest Hargan's heroes' armies. We can strike from the skies and there's nothing the humans can do about it. Choo! Urgh, my feathers aren't cut out for this kind of code. One down, two to go. This is the Air Force up there. Oh. What are you doing here? You can't even fly. The weather's as cold as this, it really makes you want to run around and warm up. But that I had the legs. It's so cold here in Moonbrook. My beak's chattering like nobody's business. Hey you, what are you exactly doing wandering around? If you got nothing to do, I'll find something to keep you busy. Gather more flurry feather. We don't have enough. A particular blizzard breeze is all it would take to leave us absolutely helpless. It'd be funny to think that the same thing that can stir up the greatest Galeth and also the... Well, I have no idea what he's saying. It's funny to think that the same thing can stir up the greatest gales and also something the strongest squalls and also soothe the strongest squalls. Oh, okay. Recently the what have been growing darker by the day. The skies have been growing dark by the day. If a whirlwind whipped up while we were in the air, it'd be curtains for us. That's why we need the flurry feathers. So we can tear down Moonbrook Castle without breaking a sweat. The other gremlins should have collected their quota by now. So how about you go and gather them up and bring them back here? So the Air Force is thrown over the strong winds, are they? I wish you build something rather interesting from these flurry feather things. Let's follow this Fiend's instructions and see where that leads us. Hey you lot, stop your nattering. Find the gremlins and bring me my flurry feathers. I won't be satisfied until I have all 6. The gremlin in charge sent you to collect the flurry feathers? Well, I found mine, but then I lost them again. I didn't want anyone to steal them, you see, so I hid them in the poison swamp, and then completely forgot where I put them. I remember seeing an old crate floating in the water somewhere nearby. Perhaps you can find them for me. The feathers are in the swamp? The deadly poisonous one? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. Let's dive in! Wait, Malra. We need not dive headfirst into danger. Tran can simply drain the poison using his bottomless pot. Yeah, but he can't use his tools when he's just as a monster, can he? We need but find a place safe from the prying eyes of the monsters to resume human form. Then we can search near the crate and find the flurry feathers at our leisure. 3. The supervisor sent you to collect up all our flurry feathers? Certainly, I stored mine safely in the storeroom. Say, what a bunch of wingless wonders like you doing in the Air Force. You can't even fly. This all seems very suspicious to me. The supervisor sent you that everything must be above board. Give me a second, I'll unlock the door for you. There you go, all unlocked. The furry feathers are in the chest. Head on in and help yourselves. Wait, is that? What's going on? We've changed back into humans again. Just as I thought, that mirror, it's... What's going on here? Did you find the flurry feathers yet, or... Scree! Humans! Spies! Oh, you won't get away with this. Scree! That's him dealt with, but why did we change it back into humans all of a sudden? Look up there, on the wall, that's Ra's mirror. Legendary looking glass said to reflect the true form of all it reflects. I thought it lost forever. I never imagined the monsters had it all along. Huh, so that's what made us drop our disguises. We cannot leave so powerful a relic in the monster's hands. Let us take it with us, along with the flurry feathers.
Yep. Yay!
Hey, thanks for handing it over to me. That means you must trust me. What's that? You've been sent to collect all our furry feathers. Well, you say that, but can you really be trusted? I know, I'll ask you some questions that only a loyal member of our squadron could answer. Question the first. What's the name of our squadron? Is it the Care Force? No. You think so, do you? Alright, my second question is about the army that was defeated by the horrid human of Moonbrook, the Care Force. Was there commander of Howie Yowie? No. An interesting response. Final question then. Including myself, are there 3 pretty purple gremlins in the camp? No more, no less? Well, I mean, what that other one is, I think is red. Yes? Well, if you say so, now let's see how you did. A perfect score. Well, that proves it. You're an upstanding member of our illustrious order, alright. Here you go, the flurry feather I collected. They're all yours. Alright, you mentioned something about a crate in the poison swamp? Hit him in the poison swamp. Seeing an old crate floating in the water nearby. Piece of cake. I didn't really care about the poison. I mean, seriously, 1 damage. By the time I leave this town, I'll be fully healthy. Collected all the furry feathers? Excellent work. Just in time too. I feel a storm's coming. With those feathers we can safely... Succotash. It's a tornado. Everyone back inside the base, quickly. Oh no, we're too late. It's coming this way. Scree! Quick, kill him. That whirlwind was really something. We're lucky we didn't get blown away ourselves. I see, since the troops in the Air Force are constantly in flight, they're susceptible to strong winds. What say you, Tran? With this knowledge and the flurry feathers we collected, do you think you can invent a weapon to work against them? At any rate, our work here is done. Come, let us return to the castle. Whoosh widget. Wait, something doesn't feel right here. Oh, Tran, thank the goddess you're here. Something terrible has happened. What's going on? Are they dead? Slain in the night and buried. They bear wounds from a sword, and not one of the monsters, one of our own. Then it is true, a monster hides among us, a fiend disguised in human form. But if so, how in creation can we hope to find this perpetrator? Ah, if only we had Ra's mirror, we would be able to dispel the illusion. Egad, Tran, is that Ra's mirror? Quickly, let us use it to expose the traitor in our midst. This is a rum business, your majesty, but I fear we have no alternative. We cannot be sure of our safety until we've checked every last citizen of Moonbrook. You're seriously going to go through with this? What's wrong with you people? Don't any of you trust each other? You seem strangely opposed to finding the spy, Mara, almost suspiciously so. Enough, you two. This is exactly what the enemy wants, to sow the seeds of disgust and distrust among us. All of us gaze into the mirror, including you, Malroth. Come, Tran, use Ra's mirror and let our true forms be revealed. You may begin with us, your closest allies, if that's alright with you, Anessa. Yes, fine, let's get this over with. Ra's mirror reveals the true form of all it reflects, which will not reflect well on any monster hiding in our ranks.
Yep.
Oh, nothing in this mirror but the dashingly handsome king of Moonbrook looking back at me. But to doubt even me, what dark thoughts lie behind that innocent smile of yours? Don't do this, Tran. If we don't trust each other, then we might as well give up now. The truth shall soon be revealed. Ra's mirror shall finally show us the truth. Has there really been a monster lurking among us in the castle all this time? This is a bad idea. I see my own face. I suppose that means I'm not a monster. What a relief.
Yep.
It shows nothing but a reflection of myself. I think that should be enough to clear me of any suspicion. Tran peers into Ra's mirror. For some reason, Malroth doesn't have a reflection. Huh? Isn't this thing supposed to show your true form? It's not showing anything at all. But more to the point, why did you do that? I guess you just don't trust me, and I thought we were friends. Ra's mirror has shown us the truth. These three are who they claim, though quite what Malroth's lack of reflection heralds, I know not. Now, Tran, pray hold Ra's mirror to the other citizens of Moonbrook. The traitor must be found and dealt with. Yeah, there's no reason it should be Malroth. He was with me the whole time. That was silly. I'm a load.
Yep.
Dude, it's just me, I'm not a monster. But it's horrible to think that any one of us could be an enemy in disguise. God Zeus, what a dignified visage. The silken whiskers, the noble brow. It's been so long since I last saw my face. I forget what a fine one it was. The one face among us has the features of a fiend behind it. The soldiers we found slain within the castle walls make proof of this.
Yep.
In the mirror I can see a guy with killer looks. It's me. One of the others is a wolf in sheep's clothing, killing their brothers and spreading fear and loathing. Already did her.
Yep.
Ah, I know this face well. It's mine, though my forehead does seem a little larger than I remember. More importantly, I'm not the spy, as I knew all too well. Others responsible for our fallen friends, slain and buried in the middle of the night. They must be caught. Oh, what a relief. There's nobody in my reflection but me. You know, I think Malroth's right. Doubting each other like this is such a ghastly thing to do, but maybe we really haven't any other option.
Yep.
What a relief. All I see in the mirror is my own reflection. What a relief. All I see in the mirror is my own reflection.
Yep.
Why are you starting with us, Mr. Bitter? I thought you said you were going to check those three up front first. Or blimey, give over showing me only bug, my only bug, will you? I wear this mask for a reason, you know.
Yep.
What a relief.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, didn't you say you check your three closest allies first, unless you're all in it together?
Yep.
Hold on a tick, shouldn't you be starting with those three up there?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
A well-informed Maoros would like us to doubt his comrades in arms, but given the circumstances, what choice do we have? Those soldiers were murdered in the dead of night, and their bodies hidden away beneath earth. Who could be so craven? Did we really be a monster among us? It beggars belief. I thought the missing soldiers had merely abandoned their positions. Little did I know they were buried beneath our feet all the while. A monster among us, a foul hidden killer, they won't get away because we've got Ra's mirror. Ra's mirror reveals the true form of all that reflects, which will not reflect well on any monster hiding in our ranks. We've said this.
Yep.
I don't want to do this. No, Roth, I'm sorry, buddy. I already did that.
Yep.
Already got everybody. Didn't I?
Yep.
I saw something in the mirror. It looked like. Yeah, I figured the three that said that said I should start with the ones up front. Ra's mirror reveals that 3 of the townspeople were skeletons in disguise. It cannot be. My faithful citizens were monsters all along? Took you long enough to find us. Come on, boys. Let's show these boneheads what we're really made of. I wonder if I can find out which ones they are, and then make a note of them. And that's that. Thank you, Tran. No longer shall we be forced to suffer from the monster's malicious machinations. Yet it is chilling to think that the fiends have been living among us for so long unnoticed. I trained with them, worked with them, ate with them, and they were plotting against us all the while. Whatever the wicked schemes, the saboteurs have been dealt with. Now we can rest easy for a time. Your Majesty, I would urge us to remain vigilant. It was not only the shadows of monsters that were glimpsed in the dead of night, but of men meeting with them. Warwick is right. I think it would be wise to conduct periodic checks on the citizenry. To that end, Tran, would you entrust Ra's mirror to my care? No. I understand your reluctance to part with such a treasure, but as the commander of Moonverse forces, I am best placed to keep watch on our people. Would you not agree? Fine. Thank you. I will make good use of it. I will do everything in my power to ensure the monsters do not infiltrate our ranks again. Tran, if you would be so kind, would you see to the burial of our fallen companions? They died as heroes, so it is only right they be properly remembered. What I'm going to do is... I'm assuming they didn't drop their weapons. I don't really care about the weapons too much, I just want to find out who they were. Okay, it was Crafty Crofter, unfortunately my farmer dude, the guy next to the green soldier, Fervid Fencer, and the bearded guy back here, Motivated Man-at-Arms. Why are you starting with us, Mr. Builder? I thought you said you were going to check those 3 up front first.
Yep.
Hold on a tick, shouldn't you be starting with those 3 up there? Hey, here, didn't you say you would check your 3 closest allies first? Unless you're all in it together.
Yep. Yep.
saw something in the mirror. It looked like a horrible, scary monster. Owned. And that's that. You just put the mirror in front of the cup. So there really were monsters hiding among us all that time. How awful. I don't know whether to be relieved that we finally found them or appalled that they were among us in the first place. I simply don't know who to trust anymore. Oh, in all the excitement, I almost forget. Did you learn anything of note at the Air Force base? Some weakness we can exploit? Some weapon by which we might defeat them? You've had an idea for a wish widget that harnesses the power of wind? Well, those should certainly put those flying flop routers into a flap. Say, Tran, I was speaking to Sister Esther about the soldiers who were killed. She told me they were all stabbed in the back with a sword from our very own armory. Certainly they could have been slain by a monster disguised as a man, but could it not also be that they were slain by a man who had been turned by the monsters? There may yet be traitors among us. You have all the knowledge you need to complete the blueprint now, but watch your back out there, Tran, lest you be stabbed in it. Yeah, that was something I thought of the first time I went through everybody. No, I'm trying to talk to the chick. No, I'm trying to talk to the Sister Esther here. We have our weapon. Come, Tran. Place the wish widgets and complete the blueprint. The Air Force may attack at any moment. Seriously, King. You're very needy. Alright, here's my chance. Fallen soldiers were not slain by a skeleton sword, but one of our own design. We may have exposed every monster I missed, but can we be sure we found every spy? How many is that? It says new. 2. I need 2 erasures and another stack of castle tiles. There really were monsters among us after all. Well, at least we found out the enemy's weakness. Now we can get on with finishing them off. I need a full plate armor. Mine is probably on sale at the shop in the pyramid. Oh, apparently I already have a magic armor. I must have turned that into... Yeah, I'm already equipped with it. Okay, let's see what else is there. Let's go ahead and make 2 of these 2 here. Take care of the bodies.
Yep. Yep.
Take all my food back now. This just dinged. Should be done by the time we wake up. We can work on the blueprint, Tran. With these wish widgets in place, our defenses are complete. The whirlwinds these devices send forth will pluck the Air Force from the skies and throw them at our feet, ready for our soldiers to cut them down. That's if our soldiers are still in position to fight. I fear there may still be traitors in our midst. That is a concern, but so is Melra. Why did Ra's mirror reveal no reflection of him whatsoever? I know he's your friend, Tran, but there is something inhuman about that man. I cannot help but feel unsettled in his presence. Yes, you've made that clear many times. I know what unsettles me, the thought of the people of Moonbrook doubting and distrusting one another. Questioning townsfolk loyalty would do exactly that. If there is a spy among us, we may have no choice but to wait for them to slip up. What's going on? Are we under attack? Ah, Tran, you have plenty of boom balls upon your person. I trust they could turn the tide of battle, you know. Nope. Did you build some boom balls like my grandfather suggested? You must be prepared for anything, my lamb. With the wish widgets in place, our defenses are stronger than ever. I think we stand a sporting chance against the Air Force after all. Excellent work, Tran. Those new magical weapons of yours will surely put the wind up the Air Force. The whirlwinds our wish widgets stir up, rob our foes of their aerial advantage. We will be able to fight them on an even playing field. Anybody else to talk to? Where's Jerome? Where's Jerome? Oh, there he is, hiding back here. Gadzooks, the Air Force are at the gates, Tran, but we are ready for them. Let's teach those bird-brained buffoons a lesson. A flock of flying enemies are fluttering this way. The way my knees are wobbling, I fear I cannot stay. Looks like we've got the Air Force's attention. They're back again, and in numbers this time. Tran, my lad, did you build plenty of boom balls like I suggested? They're sure to serve you well. What do you say, Tran? Are you ready to fight? No. Oh. We're good to move on. Tell me when you're good to go. I just want you to know, when you used that mirror on me, it really hurt. But now it's not the time to be talking about feelings and stuff. We need to get out there and clobber those monsters. Just remember, Tran, Nessa and Warwick might be pretty tough, but if you want some suckers smashed to smithereens, I'm your man. Don't forget who your friends are, eh? I didn't want to use the mirror on you, but the game made me. Come on, down I go! You guys are just gonna let her fight her own, huh? Hurry it up. Come on, lady, back up and... There you go. That'll help you out. Or impudent humans. I'll slay you all myself and then peck the meat from your bones. Cosmic Chimera, the Air Force's awful admiral. Squawk, I rule the sky. Caw caw, there's no escape. You ruffled my feathers, squawk! That wasn't supposed to flappen. Squawk! Feather-brained humans, why do you fight your fate? You may have defeated me, but the Scare Force are still waiting in the wings. Squawk! 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 We did it, Tran. The Air Force is defeated. Jolly good show, Tran. We couldn't have done it without your wish witches. They really saved the day. The war is not won yet. We must take care not to underestimate the Scare Force. Let us gird up our loins and bring all our strength to bear in the final battle. Speaking of which, we had better repair the castle before those scary so-and-sos come wandering our way, Fear not, Tran. We budding builders will have the whole place back like it was in a jiffy. Base is restored to its former glory.